Get cocktail conversations, candid insights from startup founders, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders from around the globe.
Happier began in two different ways. Happier is a happiness company, and I love saying that. We're building a company to help make hundreds of millions of people happier. And it began in two ways. I spent the last maybe 3 or 4 years looking at research on what makes us happy, and it came from a personal place. I kind of got into this like negative rut cycle and wanted to know if there's something I can do to be happier. Turns out there's a tremendous amount of research on small things we can do to make us happy. It's coming from social sciences, neuroscience, economics. And I had this big eureka. And I said, look, the way we think about being happy is wrong. We think that happy is something that comes after. I make a lot of money, I build a great company, I meet the guy of my dreams, then I'll be happy. It actually is the opposite. People who are more positive are more productive, they're healthier, they actually make more money. Wall Street Journal did a huge article on the research on this, and I came to the conclusion that we need to prioritize the question of what makes you happier, and that's the inspiration for Happier. But Happier, I think, actually began in a much more personal way when I was 14. So I grew up in Russia, was the Soviet Union at the time, and we immigrated. We lived in the refugee camps in Austria and Italy for a while. And the first couple days, kind of realizing where we were in a red light district in Vienna. I don't know why they put Russian Jewish refugees there. And it was awful. You know, we lived in like this tiny room with 5 other people, and it was just me and my parents. We had nothing. We had nothing to our name. We had no citizenship. You know, we were going to try to make it to the U.S. And my dad wakes up one day and he says, today we're going to go to see the zoo because it's free, whatever day that was. And then we're going to go see the opera house. And I said, you're insane. We have nothing. We should sit here and just stress about how awful this is. And he said, no, I don't know when the next time we're going to be in Vienna is. So we're going to go and enjoy these things that we can. And the point of the story being, you can look at any day of your life through a different lens. You can look at it as, holy crap, we have nothing. We're refugees in the red light district of Vienna. Or you can say, what are the small positive things that we can find in the day? And if you look at the research, one of the most powerful things you can do to be happier is to focus on small positive moments in your day. It shows that small things make us much happier than large ones. And so that's full circle on how Happier got started and what Happier is. And so we're starting with a mobile app. It's in the App Store now. We just launched it. And it's all about collecting and sharing small happy moments with people you care about. I think there is this obsession with what I call positive entrepreneur porn. And what that is this frequent conversation between entrepreneur friends and mine. Hey, what's going on? Oh, everything's awesome. How are you? Everything is awesome. We're getting bajillion customers, and we just raised $1 billion, and everything is going great. And in fact, if you're an entrepreneur, you know that's not the case. You know, it's one of the hardest things to do is to run a company. And I think it's really important for entrepreneurs to focus on small, positive moments that they're encountering as we're building our companies, right? I do a lot of celebrating things with my team. We celebrate internal milestones, not just, launching an app or getting users, because it's one of the hardest things to do is to get a company off the ground. And it's an endurance test. It's a mental endurance test, and it's a physical endurance test. And research has shown that people who are more positive, they're more productive, they're healthier, they actually work better. And so I think for entrepreneurs, maybe more than anyone else, maybe heart surgeons more, but it's really, really important to prioritize being happier, because if they're happier, they can build better companies, they can get their team to work harder, they can inspire people more. And that's, I guess, it's interesting. No one's ever asked me that question, but I think entrepreneurs need to be happier versus happy more than many others. One of the cool things we're going to do in Happier soon is actually, right now you can only share moments with close friends. We're about to make it so you can make any moments public. So I'm excited to share all of mine. I am our heaviest user. I have a lot. So a lot of my, I guess, happier moments have to do with Happier and building the team. They have to do with my 8.5-year-old daughter, who is our junior chief happiness officer. And a lot of the small moments are really personal. My latest moment that I literally shared before I came to do this interview was that I just spent an hour sitting and drinking a latte and not doing email or working or doing anything productive, but just chilling out. And that's something that seems routine. And I think that's a lot of what we're trying to do with Happier is a lot of the things we take for granted are actually the things that make us happier. And I think being an entrepreneur, going back to that question, is also interesting because I think as entrepreneurs, it's a race and we sometimes forget why we're doing it. And so for me, a lot of my happy moments are trying to capture these really, really small, the essence of every day.